And I reckon we're live. Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Mrs. Jo Guthrie. We're joined by the hilarious and talented, one of my favorite people, Erica.
No costume yet again.
I'd say that's a costume, and of course, wouldn't be here without the enormously talented, also one of my genuine favorite people, William A. Wellman.
Mystery.
Can you guess who it's a mystery? Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary friends, welcome back to the Thaw, a Dogs in the Vineyard game, part 2. And I'm really excited to be back. We had a blast last week playing these, I was going to say zany characters, but they're not so much zany as they are
kooky.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
I like that.
I think they're synonyms, but it's fine.
Also, do you say vineyard or vineyard?
I say vineyard.
I say vineyard.
It's vineyard for sure.
That's okay.
Is that an American Canadian?
I don't know,
thing?
but I saw someone, like I saw a video of.
Strangely enough, though, it is railyard and not railyard.
That's true, yeah. Well, I say railyard. Come on, everyone, let's go to railyard.
We can change that.
Railyard.
By our powers combined, we can make a new thing happen.
By our powers combined.
Let's write a
We
new
can call it
dictionary.
railyard anymore. We can call it anything we want.
Yeah.
Language is ever
I'm
changing.
doing yard work today. Anyway, welcome to the INVICTUS stream. We stream Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. Typically, we do role-playing games. It's been a bit of touch and go lately because my lovely wife is pregnant and she wants to go to bed early at times, and it's become difficult for us.
Already ruin your schedule.
I know.
right.
Oh, baby's the worst.
Right.
But other things have gone according to schedule. A new episode of Malevolent goes public Friday. I think this Friday in the morning. I think I put it on, so that's gonna go out. And Dice Shame comes out tomorrow morning.
Correct.
At 1:20 a.m., which is like tonight, same difference. So if you like role-playing games and stuff like that, you can check that out. William, you are on sabbatical. Not really. I mean,
Yes, we cannot move on to what's going on in my sphere without congratulating you for your amazing success on Divisor,
Absolutely. Congratulations, Harlan.
which has topped the charts as the #1 sci-fi podcast of this week, overcoming the greats Old Gods of Appalachia and Welcome to Nightmare. My only regret for you is that there's only so many places you can go up from here.
well, they go in negative integers, don't they?
Yeah, let's back around.
I feel
Zero
like by
minus
next
one.
year you'll be, doing sound design on a Jordan Peele movie or something.
I hope so. Thank you. You're very sweet. For a second, I
And
thought you
Jordan
said
Peele
Peterson.
thanks
I
you
got really
too for
scared.
being on stage after that.
Well, I do have to say this, that shout out to William, who has been like beyond sweet. Every time that something happened with Divisor that was remotely celebratory, I found out from William, which was adorable. I would check my Discord and William's like, "Hey, #1, buddy!"
With a little screenshot.
It was really, really sweet, to the point where, like, today I literally was just thinking about it, and I was like, oh man, William's so fucking cool. So,
With friends like these.
yeah, for real. So shout out to you, buddy, because that honestly made it so, I don't know, real and tangible. But yes, Divisor is out. If you like science fiction, if you like horror, if you like what I like to call noodle scratchers, check it out. It's something I'm pretty proud of. You can check out all 7 episodes now on anywhere you find podcasts. Divisor.ca is the easiest way, and it rhymes too. Devisor.ca is the easiest way.
You wrote it just
wrote
for
it.
that.
Just for that, it's the only reason I did it. But please check that out. It's something I'm very proud of, and the feedback has been tremendous. I'm a little bit taken aback from
My dad has been reviewing it everywhere he possibly can, which is really, really cute.
Really,
thank you,
really
Daddy.
Adorable. It totally took me by surprise. I sent it to my parents as well, and my dad was like, "Neat. I'll check it out." No, I don't think he said I'll check it out. He said, "Neat." And this was like, I was like,
congrats or something.
I'm the top 3 show in Canada or something like that. And he was like, neat. But Joe's parents and dad specifically have been like,
he made a Reddit account. He doesn't know what Reddit is.
Yeah.
Just so that he could like find out where it's
really
very
adorable.
cute. Yeah.
If you see a review going around with Brian Fallick, this is the review that my dad-in-law gave. I wanted to force myself not to binge listen this series, to savor it over a number of days. Well, finished it by day 2, LOL. It is an incredible journey of hope, disbelief, and horror. Thanks for the ride, Harlan Guthrie. One of those series you want to listen to over and over again. That's my
Oh
father.
my God.
He
That's
loves you.
great.
It was very, very sweet. It's funny because part of the promotion, I was doing like quotes from friends and people who I've kind of met. Big names, and I wanted to do the last one of my parents and just be like Brian and Lori Fallick, my in-laws. Just really cute. But no, it's been awesome. What a dad for real.
Yeah.
Super 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 sweet. But anyway,
Question for you about that. How old does Henry have to be before you're allowed to let him listen to it?
so it's funny actually. I let him listen to a little snippet. There's a part in episode 6. Mild spoilers, where you hear Henry speaking and you hear him kind of duplicated. I let him hear just that because immediately after there's some graphic terribleness. But he was awesome. He was so cool.
Yeah.
I got to work with him on another series that I did as well, but this is the first time that it was like a he and me thing. And I remember when I had the idea in January, I was like, hey buddy, like, do you want to be in another like thing with me? And he was like, yeah. And I like tried to explain it to him. 2 seconds in, obviously his eyes were like, okay. I love asking him what he thinks about the stuff that I'm working on. I was like, do you know what Malevolent's about? He'd be like, yeah, it's Ultron, right? Like Ultron from the Marvel movies, because he's got that robot voice, Arthur, like that, like kind of echoey Ultron-y voice. He doesn't realize what it's about, but anyway, he won't get to listen to it until he's
at least in high school.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I could see you seeing out the mystery, little bits and pieces out of context until he's finally old enough to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yet,
I don't know. It's like
his IMDb page is going to be like a good 10 entries long by then, too.
Yeah. That's the
true.
hope. I just keep roping him into weirder and weirder shit. So
I can see the path you went down.
yeah, here's where I failed. But anyway, that is aside. William, you're on. Maybe not
Paternity leave, looking after your novel.
It's break week, yes. I will be gone for the next couple of weeks visiting family in Germany, completing edits on a novel so that I can keep jamming it into the shredder of the publication industry. In the meantime, on the Hallowoods feed, I'll be releasing what up until now has been for the premium and heavy of coin Patreons, the Skull Sessions. It's a series of author interviews with my favorite horror podcasters. And today, which I swear had no timing to do with Harlan becoming a #1 sci-fi podcast ever. But we did have an interview with Harlan Guthrie go live today.
I know that guy.
It works out great. Yeah.
It's so fun to chat with you. I mean, that's not why I mentioned it, but yes. You got the Parkdale Haunt, Emily and Alex.
Yes.
John.
Next week will be John and Muna from the Silk Verses. The week after that, it's Tanya Ransom at Nightlight. And the final week of the break will be Emily and Alex from Parkdale Haunt.
That's awesome. All people that have been on this show.
Yes.
Tanya was on
the Invictus Con horror panel.
Both Alex and Emily have joined. Oh no, John. I played Call of Cthulhu with John, but privately. We didn't stream it.
How
Did
could
it
you?
happen?
That's the prime
What happens if you
opportunity
don't
for
stream it?
content.
Well, the problem is they're in the UK, so it was like
Oh, that's
the game was
inexcusable.
like at I don't know 11 a.m. and for that midnight, whatever that time thing is,
That's about right.
whatever that craziness is. But yeah, it's really, you're great obviously at everything you do, but it was amazing to get to see your interview side, which was really kind and giving.
I was very excited to just learn a little bit more about where your work comes from and like all the work that goes into it. It was really sweet.
Now we need to compliment Erica.
I was gonna say.
And Erica,
I'm complimenting all of you all the time by being part of this wonderful group.
Hells yeah!
Did you slice any more bread this week?
Oh, you gotta know.
I was not slicing bread. I was slicing justice in my private time. And I now carry
Yes.
forward that
There's my
energy
woo.
into tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta pass judgment.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
gosh.
good. I mean, we can't talk about it because it's legalese.
Yeah,
That's true.
You don't
But
want that.
the only thing I can say to everybody is that like this is the one chance that an auditor can be like, oh my God, this is made for me. The indexing, the citations, the references, the documentation, the absolute recreation of events. Like this is the most perfect thing I've ever put together. And it is glorious.
You did
I'm so
the
proud of
work.
myself.
We're proud of you too. And I mean, the sort of veiled thing is justice will be served. Erica is a hero for her cat, and justice will be served.
Justice for Rocky.
Justice for Rocky 2023.
2023.
start a
Who's out of his
campaign.
cone now and is very happy to be. He's in his basket, so I can't pick him up. He's tightly in there. But he's deconed temporarily unless he goes for his leg again, in which case I gotta put the cone back on. But he's probably okay.
Don't do it, Rocky. Coney 2020. Remember Coney?
Yeah, there we go.
Whoa.
I like that.
That I stumbled into that. Coney, what was that? 2017?
2012.
2012?
Yeah.
Oh, we're old.
Yeah, that was 11 years ago.
11,
Oh
it's
my
not even
gosh.
more
This
than a
didn't feel that long
decade.
ago. Yeah.
This is a different kind of cone.
different time
Yeah.
of Coney 2012. But yeah, justice will be served. I'm excited to find out what happens when
Hopefully
you can talk
goes
about it.
well.
Great. If
Yay.
anyone against you is going to lose, let me just say that.
100%.
I hope so.
I never
I
want to
wouldn't
make
wanna
you
be up
angry.
against you.
Yeah,
never wanna
I
get
will
you
take
angry.
so many notes that you're gonna be like, this is too many notes.
No, that's exactly
When
as
you
many
were
notes
telling
as
us
you
about
want.
your evidence, though, and you were like, the footprints in the snow, and then I
Yeah,
document.
you got
like,
evidence.
Oh, it's
Got
a
it
whole
sorted.
thing. Every single thing. There's literally, short of a video, there's nothing else I could have provided.
Don't mess with Erica, which is a shame because we just got messed with too because we were all geared up to play Redfall together and
Yeah.
it came out as a piece of shit.
rude.
Negative reviews everywhere. So
What were the complaints?
everything.
Care to summarize?
Yeah, like hollow game, like tons of bugs. Like every bug in the book I heard is
Good,
like in it.
good.
Like characters T-posing, glitching through walls, just like everything. But that I could even get over. But they were just like hollow, empty, boring world. Like nothing's in it. Quest after quest after quest of like fighting. But all the challenges are like 90% are like way too easy, or 10% are like way too hard. Like you just like two-shot a vampire lord and you're done, and all of them, or you fire and fire and fire and die instantly.
Bummer.
Also, the loot system. Apparently, they have like in like games you get like you start off with gray looted items. Like we're playing Dead Island 2, which is actually really good.
Very
It's
good
very
game.
solid. But you get gray loot, and then we just now get like gold level loot because we're level 20. There's no system for that. They didn't do it. It's like you open the first thing, and at your level you get gold, purple, whatever, and like all three might be sniper rifles. Like someone didn't understand how it worked. I saw someone breaking it down. They're like, "What is this? Like, who does games like this?" Anyway, which is a shame because the company that did it, Arcane Studios, did Prey, which is probably one of my favorite games in the last 10 years. It was
And
phenomenal.
Dishonored.
I played it twice. And Dishonored, which wasn't so much my bag, but I respected the hell out of it. Like I get everything about it.
Seemed good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely a good game, just not my kind of game. But anyway, What were we talking about?
We were waiting.
Dead Island.
Yeah.
And how good it is.
Waiting for me to finish my rant
No.
about Redfall. No,
We're
I
waiting
was.
for the game to be updated in a way that would be worth all the promises that it made to us.
Yeah.
That's how we kind of did with Battlefield 2042.
Yes.
At the beginning, it was pretty crap.
I don't
and
think
then
this
you
one's
just
gonna
kind
go
of
there though. I don't think they're gonna go back to Redfall and like add more content. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, let's fix this.
polishing a turd, as it were.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you can't polish a turd.
You can try. It's going to be a bad
It's a
afternoon.
bad turd.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it is polished. Man of Medan.
hey,
Hey!
We'll play someday.
we're gonna play, and you know what? We will play.
We want to finish Resident
stream.
Evil 4 remake.
Oh yeah, the nice.
We'll do that next week
Yeah.
for Wednesday
Before we go
stream.
on vacay.
Yeah, because we're going on vacation.
By the way,
By the way, for people
so
watching,
next week, probably something will happen here.
we'll do a Resident Evil stream. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
And then we're off for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So we're
Nice.
going on
We're
vacation.
getting the fuck out of here.
Don't call me. My phone's going to be on silent.
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows. Well, we want to do a vacation before the baby, so
Yeah.
That's fair.
that's what.
We're taking the baby on vacation. It's just not
Yeah.
outside of not
We
outside
also
of
saw
the body
Evil Dead
yet.
Rise, by the way, and
Is it?
you should
Good
go-
movie.
You should go see it. It was
Okay,
really
good.
I really
I liked it.
we both really liked it.
I'm excited.
Anyway,
Should we play a game?
shall we do this?
Let's play
I got
RPGs.
nothing else. Cool.
RPGs.
Without further ado, the Thaw part 2.
A new chill has crept into the air as you stand out front of Brother Theophilus's cabin in the late afternoon light, and your breath catches in white plumes. Unseasonable, this cold. The answer to White Church Canyon's troubles may be one step closer, or may not, depending on the judgment of the dogs. Sister Lana, Brother Oscar, Brother Lark, the three of you rode into town with all the teachings of your elders fresh in your mind, but perhaps being thrust into the midst of a living community for the first time has complicated your efforts. You discovered that the church's meeting place had burned down recently. You met locals, including Brother Cyrus, the regional authority, and his wife, Sister Marilla, Brother August, a man burned in the church fire, several farmhands, including Brother Oscar's cousin, Brother Samuel, and also the town's steward, Brother Theophilus, and his grandmother, Sister Content. What evidence do you have so far for the town's sins, its pride, its apostasy, and hate? And how do you plan to lay it bare? And what judgment will you pronounce? These are your duties, after all.
Are we still with, Brother Thaddeus? Theophilus?
Brother Theophilus is gone back inside, and Sister Content is still in her room.
Everyone so far is alive. So we're off to a good start already.
I worry, based on your predilections, that they may not be by the end of the day.
I try to show restraint, and I have never failed to show restraint. So this shall be a continuation of those same efforts, provided things go according to our rules.
Quite.
Brother Oscar is off to the side, picking small flowers off a cactus. And as he picks it off, he touches one of the pricks, and you see blood just on the tip of his finger. And he turns to the others and he says, "As I said, that old woman was innocent. What do we plan on doing about Brother August, who seems content with saying that she did it, that she's an evil?"
Brother August was burned in that building. He was part of the fire. He was a victim of the fire. Do we know who set the fire? We don't. Should be the answer.
According to Brother August, the demons of hell.
Demons of hell brought on by her trying to convert to the glorious light of God.
Right. You need a bandage for your finger, Brother Oscar. Got a mite of bleeding there.
I'm all right.
All right. You let me know. I got the one with a cat.
I know you have all the band-aids.
Yeah.
And Oscar walks down the street and stops and turns back. "Have we found the man we were here to meet yet?"
Oh, Brother Cyrus, the mayor, met him fair and square.
There were 3 names that I had written down for my own personal list. I have 2 lists. One is my tasking list. The other one is my personal list that I intend to complete as well. Brother August, we know. Brother Phineas and Brother Thaddeus. Brother Thaddeus, I believe we've met already. But Brother Phineas, have we met him?
Phineas and Thaddeus, I believe. Do you guys have notes? I believe they were the other farmhands.
I think I only got Thaddeus as that name.
I
Okay.
have regional authority Brother Cyrus, Sister Lavinia, Brother Obadiah, who was with Brother August, Brother Samuel, who's my cousin. But we were here originally to meet a man.
Phineas and Thaddeus then were named as people who August, they're other farmhands, but they're named by Brother Theophilus as other farmhands who had kind of gone along with Brother August.
But we haven't met them because it was Brother Oscar's cousin and the other one, whose name escaped me for good
Brother
luck, good fortune.
Obadiah.
But
The fact that I
Cyrus
haven't
was the
written it
one
down
we
is
were
my
meant to
mistake.
meet here in the
Okay.
first place.
You weren't sent here specifically to meet anyone. You were sent on behalf of the dogs to deliver mail and justice wherever it would be needed.
Sorry, I mean to say, the Lavinia told us that the brother was out begging, and that was Cyrus.
That's
right?
correct,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, and it seems I've had a conversation with the man that he has no particular aspirations for keeping his own town in any good working order, and he's turning a blind eye as much as he can to the trouble here. He also asked me to write in and see if I could get him a raise. I may try to do that, but with a change in position to go along with it.
He's let this town go to hell, and he wants a raise out of it. He's walked away and not cared about this poor woman who's being tortured. Lies and scandal.
It's a sorry state of affairs when a man's at home kicking his feet up, drinking tea, while his church has just been burned down.
Need to set this right. First things first is finding out who burned the church. I'm going to go see my cousin. And Oscar starts walking off towards the milk shack, wherever we bought milk.
Yeah, there's a public house, which is like a tavern that doesn't sell booze.
Where we deliver the mail.
That's right.
I would
Wonderful.
like to go as well, only because I feel Brother Phineas, Brother Thaddeus, I haven't met them, but they are associated with Brother August.
Right.
And Brother August speaking with, well, Brother Oscar's cousin, and the other one, whose name escapes me again for good fortune. I am concerned that their attention, that much attention towards Brother August while he was speaking with them, while everyone else was so excited for the mail, I don't know if they are being turned towards Brother August's cause.
I have no doubt in my mind that if Brother August asked, they'd happily stab Brother Oscar in the back. So why don't we mosey on after him?
Excellent.
I agree with that.
So
Come on, Tedder.
the three of you plus Brother Oscar's little dog make your way back into the center of town. As I said, it's coming to late afternoon, and those people with families are likely at their homestead enjoying an evening meal. However, people who are without make their way to the public house, and it's a little busier now than it was midday. As you enter, you do spy Brother Oscar again. You do spy Brother Samuel again.
Cousin.
Brother Samuel looks around and then spots you in the doorway.
Yeah, Oscar stands in the doorway. He doesn't even move. He's just kind of blocking. His figure is sort of darkening all the light that's leading in from outside and casting this large ominous shadow into the public house.
You see a disappointing sight. Brother Samuel's eyes are glassy and red, and he looks a little bit disoriented.
Oscar takes slow, heavy steps towards him. And when he approaches, he just smells.
He stinks like whiskey.
And Oscar grabs him by his shirt and slams him against the bar.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, Brother Samuel is going to put up some fight against you. He doesn't want to get slammed against a bar. That's not his idea of a fun afternoon.
I'm gonna put my body.
Is that the way you greet your siblings, Sister Lena?
And my will.
Depends on the sibling.
Yeah, we're going to get into a contest, which is, again, if this is your introduction to Dogs in the Vineyard, don't no.
Play it this way. This way is so much more fun.
Instead, we are playing Liar's Dice. So, Harlan, you said you are using body and
will, because that's my aggressive, unshakable, tenacious, blah blah blah.
Excellent.
I feel like those work, right?
Excellent. Oh, absolutely, it does. Your cousin, Brother Samuel, is going to also use body and acuity, his perception and being alert.
Perfect.
Is he alert given the whole glassy eye shenanigans?
That's true. I feel like he should get
It's
a
his
negative.
best effort.
I think he should either lose a die or I should gain a die because he's drunk.
You can take an extra die.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
And also, each of you get an extra die because you are in a relationship with each other. You have your cousins, right?
Nice. That's a new rule.
You get to add die for a relationship that you have with the person, for any feature of the environment that you're going to be using to your advantage, any equipment that you have, etc.
Cool.
All right, so you're starting this fight.
Attacker goes first.
That's right.
2 4s.
3 4s.
2 6s.
Liar.
2 6s. I can't see him, but I'm not lying.
I got one.
That's good. That's fine. Remember, it's lowest or higher.
At least.
Yeah, it has to have at least.
Yeah. No, we ran into this last time. Oh,
can't
okay.
No,
bust.
this is perfect. This is perfect.
So I slam him against the bar.
Yeah.
And I breathe down at him. I say, "What are you drinking?" And I feel like at that point, Lana and Lark see me at the bar with my cousin. I kind of imagine his back is bent, like he's careened, like his head facing up.
Definitely. Before we move forward, let's establish what's at stake here. If you get your way, what happens?
I want the truth about where he got the alcohol.
Okay. And if Brother Samuel gets his way?
That's up to you.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want?
He's gonna show you that it doesn't matter, I guess.
Cool.
All right, let's roll again. I'm gonna start this time.
Okay.
2 1s.
Two 2s.
I'd hate to be on the receiving end of that.
3 3s.
3 5s.
Oh. 4 5s.
Bluff. How many 5s you got?
1 5.
Damn it.
How many do you have?
3.
Oh,
There we go, buddy. Brother Samuel shimmies out from your grip and kicks you in the knee.
I can see the relation.
Yeah. And
Bastard.
he says, man. He says, get out of here. You don't know what you're messing with.
Going nowhere. The dogs are here. And I grab him again.
Keep your hands off me.
Two 1s.
3 1s.
2 2s.
Bluff.
I've got 2 2s right here.
All right.
I don't know why I could turn them, but I absolutely had 2 2s.
Ta-da-da-da.
Perfect, so I win.
You do.
I throw him again. I pick him up and I slam him on the bar and I drag him along the bar.
Ooh.
And all the glasses smash and spill off the sides. I drag him down the end and everyone's like stepping away. And Oscar's just screaming "Ah!" as I bring him down to like where Lark and Lana are. And I bring him to the end and I lift his head. And I show them. I say, he's drunk. And I drop his head onto the bar. And then I walk around to the end of the bar, so I'm like kind of facing him, and I bend down and I say, where'd you get it?
No. You don't understand. And he's like clambers up, holding onto the side of the bar for help.
Yeah, every time he puts a hand up, I knock it down.
Ooh. So he like is fully like kneeling on the ground at this point.
No, he's like on top of the bar, laying down on the bar. And he like tries to help himself up and I knock him back onto the bar.
Patrons in the public house are starting to scatter. And the bartender, such as he is making himself a little bit scarce far over at the other side of the bar, minding his own business. People with your colored coats do not have their affairs meddled with often.
Just a point of question.
Yep.
Because this is an established world. This is... I don't know how serious drinking is. Is this an overreaction or appropriate reaction?
This is a religious creed.
Yeah. I didn't intend it to be a super overreaction, you know?
You play your...
Well, I just want to know, like, in my logic, all three of us, sisters and brothers, are like, that's a sin, you know,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. Okay.
In my mind, I've been sort of picturing it as any infraction of any severity is treated with
Is all
the
the
same
same.
level of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's,
You enact your judgment the way you see fit.
the reason I'm clarifying is I'm not trying to make Oscar over the top. I'm doing it because it's fun, but I want to make sure that, like, Oscar would know traveling with these people that we're all kind of on the same, you know? It's not like Lark sneaks off and I just roll my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like I want to make it clear that this is like probably something that at the very least Oscar has been told to believe. Okay, cool. Anyway, and I knock his hand back down. Where?
Just because you come into town with your friends and your fancy coat, you're a dog now, it doesn't mean that you can fucking tell me how to get up to my life and my own decisions just because I'm not even drunk.
I grab the back of his head and his hair and I pull it tight and I say, we are the dogs of the order set apart to the preservation of faith and the faithful. And I smash his head down, break his nose
Ooh.
on the bar, and I hold it back up, and again I say, "And Terror loves blood." And Terror's like growling at the blood dripping from his nose.
See, I respect this because at this point, he's failed to answer a direct question that's been posed to him repeatedly. That's
Escalation is
away.
expected and normal here.
How close are you, Brother Lark, Sister Lana, to the action right now, right here?
Brother Lark is keeping about equidistant between the bar, where this man is getting harangued, and the door, where I can sort of nod to people as they evacuate and try to gently with my presence. It's business. We got this. You scoot on now.
Oscar, as you pick Brother Samuel's head up off the bar, blood running down from his nose, his broken nose, and mingling with the root beer on the surface of this countertop, you see his eyes flash a strange light. It's almost like a weird reflection, like a cat's eye, just for a second. And then he sniffs back this booger full of snot back into his nose and spits on the ground. And he tries to shake off your grip one more time. He is going to make a true effort to flee from the situation here.
Okay.
I think this is just going to be a one and done.
Oh, one chance?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there any way that I could lend a die the situation? Because
You can get right in here. That's why I was asking, like, who is involved right here.
Yeah, I think all of
I'm
us
just
gotta
gonna politely shut the front door.
Yeah, cool.
So we're all doing one round.
Yeah, let's do it.
Lark, Lana.
Winner takes all.
Cool.
That's what, body and what?
So-
for me?
You can roll body and either will or acuity.
Acuity.
All right.
So we got 3 chances to lose, though, but 3 chances to win. He goes first, I guess, because he's trying to break loose. Samuel.
Okay. 1-1.
Oscar, you gotta go.
Should we go
clockwise?
clockwise?
Yeah, counter whatever this way.
Towards Harlan.
Yeah.
Okay, counterclockwise.
4 2s.
Oh.
5 2s.
4 4s.
6 4s.
Bluff.
Read them out, folks.
I have no 4s.
I've got 2.
No 4s.
I've got 2.
Oh, fuck. So I was bluffing then.
I just don't remember what I called for.
I called 6 4s and we got 4.
Nice.
So
Close
Brother
line.
Samuel tries to break your grasp on the back of his hair.
I feel like because I won it, but I see
Yeah.
Lana getting the line ready. Oscar lets him go. Gives him like a moment of thinking that he's free.
Yeah, and he stands up and he shakes some of the blood off of his face and he like rearranges his leather vest and he's like, if you know what's good for you, you'll get the fuck out of town. And then he turns and makes a beeline for the door, but Lana is waiting.
A very polite little arm out. Just a nice little, just as he runs by, directly at the center of his throat.
You
Almost
said it so
politely.
gently.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
for swearing.
And it sweeps him off his feet, and as he falls to the ground, he clocks his head on the wood floor, and he's down for the count.
Oscar wipes the blood off his knuckles. Leans over to the bartender who's crouched behind the bar, I imagine.
I swear, Brother Oscar, I'm a good,
We'll get to
law-abiding,
you in a moment.
God-fearing man.
And
I
Oscar
don't.
turns to Lana and Lark. I saw something odd in his eye. A flash. Didn't recognize it.
It wasn't whiskey then, you're saying.
No, he's nothing I've seen before. And Oscar walks over and like very softly kneels, puts his knee to either side of his head, and like opens his eyes as like Lark and Lana come around.
Yeah, I mean, there are bluebirds like flying overhead. He's definitely unconscious.
Yeah.
His pupils are dilating though, so he's not dead. You catch it then, just as you're about to set his head back down on the ground in this puddle of blood. A slight flash, a reflection, like a cat's eye.
Yeah.
Seen anything like that?
Sister Lana is going to approach your cousin, unfortunately, Brother Oscar, scoop him up by the back of his head, remove him from the puddle of blood that he is currently lying in, wipe his face of as much blood as he possibly can, and then point him towards the direction of terror. Because whatever it is that he has imbibed, whiskey or not, is heavy on his breath. And I'd like to see who else may be afflicted by the same curiosity. Your dog can hunt, right? It can track smells.
It's not my dog, sure. Yeah.
A dog's dog. Goodness.
Is Terror known as a bloodhound to you?
It's today.
Terror is a terrier. But he's sit, Terror. And he doesn't move. He's like, sit. And he's like, God. And then when he makes that sound, it sits.
I don't know if you've met back at Bridal Falls City at the temple, Sister Clementine, but she was a great mentor of mine. Sister Clementine is blind. Her eyes have been completely meshed down into the skin of her face. She had an encounter, she says, with a demon called Him with his scratched out eyes, as best as we know him, and ended her career traipsing out from town to town. She teaches young'uns like me now. I'm not saying this might be the same fella, but it's unlucky for us that our first jaunt out into the world is going to bring us face to face with some evil.
I have to say, Brother Lark, I'm disappointed. Here I thought you were going to be offering to sniff Brother Samuel's breath for us.
No, I can smell him from here.
Or I thought you were going to tell us another story of the novelist that you like.
Oh, that's Brother Vance. Great hero. Great hero.
Right. Oscar just like walks away.
Is,
like to the other
is
side of the bar,
Terror
just like
assisting with this, or has he gone the direction of Brother Oscar?
Terror is not a bloodhound, but he is a great dog.
I will do it myself then.
Oh, no, Terror does it. He sniffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he sniffs it. Good
Sniffs,
boy.
he
Helpfully?
sniffs the unconscious
I
man.
don't know. I don't really know why you're having him sniff you, to be honest.
I will supervise this and also sniff the unconscious man, and then together Terror and I will find where this smell has taken us.
Oh,
There-
you wanted to track it. I see.
There's a shocking, acrid smell of whiskey coming off of this man.
What
Right.
the hell is whiskey?
Now, Sister Lena, which way does the trail go?
Well, before
There's no smell trail.
Before I proceed to lead us using the smell trail,
Just follow the bluebirds.
I have a secondary course of action I'd like to table. And Brother Lark goes over to the bar and leans on it. Bartender down there, where'd Brother Samuel get his liquor from?
I couldn't tell you. I'm so sorry. Brother Lark. Brother Lark, right? I'm sorry. People have been...
It is Brother Lark. I have a hard time believing that a man whose primary job used to be to dispense liquor doesn't know where it comes
Please,
from.
please, come behind the bar.
As
Check
they're talking, Oscar is
every
like
bottle.
slowly walking around the bar.
Oh, I'm
It's like-
not saying, oh, you big guys coming in. I'm not saying you're the one who gave it to him. I'm asking you who he got it from. I know you know.
If I knew, I would tell you, I vow.
Have it your way, brother. Have it your way.
And Oscar walks right up to him, stands right next to him and says, I don't think he knows. He turns to Lark and like shakes his head. I told you last time. I don't do this for you. I do it when it's right. Brother
You've
Samuel's my cousin.
lambasted this poor man there on the bar.
That's my cousin. I don't mind doing it. Believe you me, he's taking it back to me as well.
Terror's eating what's left of his nose.
He is not. Terror's just sitting there like just like wagging his tail like an idiot. Terror's not even near him. You promised you don't know where the alcohol came from.
Okay, I've noticed that there is some level of intoxication amongst some of the farmhands sometimes, but they're young men, just a few years past childhood, and I didn't think to mention it when you came into town initially. I apologize. I promise you I have nothing to do with this.
I have a question,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping you can answer it without having me take further action. But if I can recognize the smell of what whiskey is, and I assume I have a familiarity with what that would smell like, is this coming off of his breath what that is? Or does it smell like there's something else in there?
It smells like booze to you. I don't know if Sister Lana knows what that smells like personally. Like maybe you have had an uncle who had a problem in the past, or you've been into a bar in a different city before, or how you know. You don't think there's anything else going on. I mean, he smells like a barn also.
Does it smell like eggs?
No
Sure.
eggs that I can do.
Cooked or raw?
Well, sulfur specifically.
No, not really. He smells a little bit like urine now, probably.
Oh, well, that's
Unfortunate.
part of the bar smell as well.
Where are these farmhands? Give us a name. One that you've seen inebriated.
Well, Brother Samuel is often seen with Brother Obadiah, Brother Phineas.
What about August?
Yes,
Have you
sometimes.
seen August under the influence?
No,
It's
no,
hard
I
to
don't
tell.
think so.
He does. His cheeks don't blush.
Well, you understand.
What about the flash in the eyes?
The Flash?
Have you noticed the flash in the eyes of any of your patrons?
No,
Like a cat's eyes.
no, sir.
We didn't see it. Brother Lark and I haven't seen this flash.
No, just Oscar.
All right. Okay. Those were names that I did not want to have to associate with dear brother Oscar's family. But now that we know that there is a connection, I think at this time it is time for us to stop beating around the bush, as it were, and beat into the farmhouse, wherever they are.
Agreed.
I'd concur.
Can you point out where this farm would be?
Yes, I mean there's a common house just one street back, a large building where a lot of the farmhands are staying before they get assigned with specific lots. So
Right.
they're likely to be there. Some of them were here when you came in for Brother Samuel, so they may have seen what transpired. Just as a fair warning.
And Oscar walks over to Brother Samuel and checks his pockets for anything.
He's got a glass bottle that looks, it's like slim, kind of like a flask shape, and inside of that it's about a third full of a amber colored liquid.
No label,
Can I-
obviously.
May I sniff?
Smells like fucking whiskey.
May
Yeah,
I just delicately taste, sample?
Yep, tastes
Okay.
just like whiskey.
Wait,
I mean,
this is what we're fighting against?
this is awesome. Yeah, you taste it. It burns your tongue. It's sweet and fiery.
All right. Have I grown ill or sick or queasy?
You're not poisoned. No.
All right. Well,
Oscar takes it back and tucks it into his pocket.
I'm doing that for Brother Oscar's benefit because this flash that he's mentioned twice now We'll investigate.
I know what I saw. It was God's eye. Demon reflecting through God's
Better.
light, showing me. Let's go.
I believe you as always, Brother Oscar. Let's go pay those farmhands a little visit.
Excellent. You head out of the public house, past where your horses are hitched. They all seem just fine. I mean, if a little bit relieved to be not constantly moving for the moment. They've got a,
Horsey.
like a feed bag strapped to their face. They're drinking some water or whatever the fuck horses do when they're just chilling out. Continuing on down the way, you find yourself at this common home, this larger log cabin built to accommodate a number of unwed men. And you don't see anyone around the place.
Oscar walks up to the front door, steps to the side, puts his back to the wall of the front door, and knocks at an angle.
You hear a voice from inside. Who's there?
The dogs.
And reluctantly, like a good beat passes, and then a man answers. He's old enough to grow facial hair. He's dressed in rough clothing. How can I help you?
Howdy there, good sir. My name's Brother Lark. I'm here with Brother Oscar, Sister Lena. Who by chance am I speaking to?
I'm Brother Thaddeus.
Brother Thaddeus.
Ah.
Pleasure to meet you, good sir. That said, we're dropping a little line of inquiry. You see, there's sniffings that there's been some trouble around town. Do you mind if we come in and talk to you, some of your boys? We just want to know what you know.
I'll come outside to speak with you.
Awful
He
kind of you.
exits and closes the door behind him. What can I do you for?
Oscar pulls out the bottle and shows it. Any idea where one might get this?
No, sir.
I guess I can't read him in this game, eh?
You can try, yeah. The conflict can be you want to try to figure out if he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We all do, right?
Well, Sister Lana's going to do a slightly different.
Okay, cool.
What's
I'll do
your
it alone.
strategy?
Well, he closed the door behind him.
Yeah.
Sister Lana's going to open that again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Different conflicts.
Yeah, let's deal with one and then the other.
Anyone want to, Lark, you want to help me with trying to see if he's lying, or?
Yeah, we'll play a little good cop, bad cop.
Let's do it.
God.
Cool.
So I can see using acuity here and either heart or will, whichever you prefer.
I'll use acuity and heart.
Great.
Cool. I'll go first. 2 1s.
2 2s. Are you in, Lark?
I sure can be. 2. 5 3s.
Five threes.
I'm going to call bluff on that one.
What do we got, Brother Oscar?
I got 2 3s.
I got 3 3s.
Played
All
the
right.
old one too.
Yeah, so what do you say that is going to try to eke out the truth? Or what is the focus of your perception?
Well, I wanted to see if he was lying, so I hold the bottle as Lark talks, and I try to kind of catch his eye with it. Like I'm almost like reflecting the evening light in the glass off it, just like really distracting him.
You see, the road is long and dusty after a couple weeks of travel, and It's always handy to know where one might find a refreshing glass of drink.
I told you, I don't drink whiskey.
And I don't believe you. Now, you saw me come into the public house, and I left with this. Who do you think I took it from?
Brother Samuel has been a troublemaker ever since he came around these parts.
Is that so?
That's right.
Seems like he's only one in a long line of troublemakers in this town.
Now, a bottle of whiskey don't just materialize in the hand of a man who's about to cause some trouble. Where does Brother Samuel get his supply is what we're chiefly after.
And as he speaks to you, you can see a nervous bead of perspiration beginning to dampen his brow. Let's roll again.
So we didn't get any information. Oh, right, 3.
2 2s.
3 2s.
2 4s.
2 5s.
3 5s.
4 5s.
5 5s.
Bluff.
2.
3.
Damn it.
5. I got 2. You're good.
Oh,
She got it. We have 5 5s.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, you're good.
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Brother Thaddeus is like, listen, I respect your position, but I resent the implication that just because we are of a certain kind of people, transient, laborers, that we would all be inclined to the same kind of sin that your cousin finds himself embroiled in.
now,
Roll again? Harlan's ready to go. Go for it. Go for it.
Now, I
dare
don't know about you, Brother Oscar, but I was not insinuating this young man's an umbrella. Simply that he might know where Brother Samuel gets his
Information doesn't mean that you're guilty, kid.
supply. In fact, helping these things along is a sign of good faith.
Why don't you start, Lark?
5 3s.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, I'll let it slide.
Oh, I don't like this.
3 4s.
4 4s.
5 4s.
Bluff. 5 4s? I got 1.
I got 2 more.
And I got 2 more.
All right.
Do you know or don't you, boy?
Okay, you didn't hear it from me.
Cross my heart.
But we aren't making it, and we aren't buying it. Well, some of us aren't buying it. Brother August gets it for us.
The surprise.
I thank you greatly for your cooperation.
He ain't gonna like talking to you.
He didn't
No,
like
he's
saying
not.
with us the first time. All right.
And you didn't hear it from me, neither.
We are not, as far as you and I are concerned, we never spoke, young man. We never spoke.
That is
All right.
actually quite. I'll move him.
Sister Lana, you were intending to push your way through into this common house.
Move. from shitless for cooperation. And yes, behind him, my hand goes on the door, just very smoothly presses it on it.
I don't think you should go in there.
The door is open. She isn't going inside because no one else is leading her in there. But does she hear anyone else?
You do.
Ooh. Is this where Brother August resides as well?
He occasionally stays here. Yes, ma'am.
Does he have a bed?
He does have a bed here, yes.
Is he here now?
I don't think so.
You know so.
Brother
Tell us.
Thaddeus, I have a quickly evolving opinion of you, and I am pleased to hear it going in the correct direction. So to continue on with that trend, please show me where Brother August sleeps.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sister. He opens up the door to reveal a building in shambles. The interior of this place smells like sweat. It's sour and repulsive, desperately in need of an airing out. There are about a dozen mattresses, mostly on the floor, some of them on low cots, with disheveled bed things. I mean, it's like a dorm room, but worse. You'll have to excuse me. There are a couple of other farmhands here. Several of them are sitting around playing cards, and at your entry, they all look up and stop what they're doing. There is one person who is sleeping, and Brother Thaddeus brings you around to kind of a more well-kept bunk. This is, he indicates, as Brother August's.
I feel like Oscar heads out front and just kind of scans the horizon, makes sure no one approaching.
If we walk inside, we're walking through these various people.
Yep.
Do I see any of their eyes flash, glint, change at all?
Not right now. No, you don't.
I didn't see it the first time, so I was hoping I'd get lucky. We'll leave that to Brother Oscar, I suppose. This bed, it's well kept. Is it on top? You said it was on top of a cot?
Yes, it's on a cot.
Sister Lana's going to start rifling through it.
Oh, you just start going through his
Let's go
things.
through it, layer by layer, meticulously, quickly, efficiently, just to see what's inside of it. She's going to check also the post of the cot itself to see if there's anything in it that's hollow. Just a good knock on it. Oh, I see if she can feel anything underneath the bed slats, under the bed, sides of the beds, any railings.
You
Awesome.
do your looking around. I'll try and buy you some time. Howdy there, boys. What game are we playing today?
Oh,
Lars dice.
good afternoon, brother. We're just playing some of that old West bones.
Poker.
Bone poker.
Right.
Bone
right.
poker.
Bone poker.
I'll
Yeah.
bone poker.
Bone poker. I hardly know.
It's a regional game.
I'd be pulls up a three-legged chair. I'd be enthralled if you could teach me the rules. I'm a great collector of card games. I have a little deck here myself. I'd love to know how to play bone poker. I never heard of that one before.
They do. They teach the ropes. As Sister Lana is going through this bunk, you are well educated in the ins and outs of this regional
And every
game.
time one of them looks up in her direction, it's like, now the thing I don't understand is why spades would be the trump suit in this.
Very
Over.
good. Very good. Sister Lana, as you're going through this man's possessions, you uncover standard, poorly washed work clothes. There's some balms and salves here, which you would presume are being used to try to treat his burns. And not much else until You lift the mattress and you find some interesting items.
Ooh.
You come across some taper candles that have some etchings in the side of them, almost like with a fingernail or with the prick of a needle. There had been some words carved in, and the candles are partly burned down.
What color are these candles?
They're just white, fat candles. Whatever
Okay.
old. I don't think they really did like colored candles back in the 1820s or whatever time period we're at.
If just the candles right away, if seeing these etchings, could she bite the corner of her finger to see if that bleeds? Just to rub that over the candles themselves and see if that catches any of the etchings?
Yes,
As we
absolutely.
do.
You bleed yourself and rub your blood on this taper candle.
What the hell are you doing?
Investigating, as I promised.
And you reveal the word sister in one of the candles.
Well, that could be anybody.
It's true.
That's good.
You also find a very small, like a sharpened metal spike.
Okay.
Not quite a knife. It doesn't have a handle on it, but a blade of some kind that would have been fashioned crudely, and nothing else.
So you mentioned work clothes.
Yes.
And you said that they were unwashed, but are they old?
Well worn, but mended.
Mended. That's good. I was hoping you'd say that. Given the quality of this cot, well, prior to my investigations, Brother August
now.
seems to be
Flip
rather
the
taken
thing?
care of. He seems to take care of himself fairly well.
Yes, he's older than most of these boys. He's probably someone who's more established in the community, who like organizes the coming and going of farm work and like assigns them out to the different farms. You know what I mean? But he resides here. So he's like more of a fixture to the locale than these transient workers would be.
Did he tell us how he was burned? I know it was in the fire, but why he was in there?
He didn't make specifics about it, no.
Someone like this, I find it hard to believe that he would be in there unintentionally. And I have two thoughts. Either he was very heroic and went back in to rescue something in that barn or something at the church for some reason. And
Ouch.
given the proclivities he seems to enjoy on the side, I highly doubt that. Personally, just a hunch. Or he was already in there at the time the fire started. Whatever happened between those two times, whatever happened leading up to it, that I still have yet to know. But
Brother Lark, as you learn the intricacies of this
That's why it's called bones. It's the
wonderful
clubs.
game.
The clubs are the femurs. I get it.
You smell whiskey on the breath of another one of these farmhands. The one sitting to your left has definitely been partaking recently, and he's trying his best to hide it from you, but it's not going great.
Oh, that's a wonderful game. I'm going to try and commit all that to the old noggin so I can teach it on to some folks back in Bridal Falls. What was your name again, good sir? You've done a wonderful job of explaining all these rules to me.
Brother Phineas.
Brother Phineas.
Ah.
All that tracks. Again, it's been lovely learning how to play with you boys. Now, I'll come clean. Ain't the only reason I sat down with you. See, we're trying to solve a little equation. You've probably heard good Brother August saying that a town's fallen into sin. There's all sorts of manner of ill omen that's coming on the town as a result of its depravity. And the good news is, boys, we're making good headway on that front. We have figured out what that issue is. It's the drink. The town is being punished for its descent into the vile wells of alcohol. Now, Brother Phineas, I can't help but notice that you, it seems, have been subject to these temptations. Now, these things are not personal failings. Drink attracts all men, but it is the source, the distributor, that we must go after. So, Brother Phineas, would you be darling and share with us a little bit more about how you fell into this temptation and how we can best support you getting back out of it and getting right with the good Lord God?
Way I see it, alcohol comes from the earth. And if we weren't meant to have it, it wouldn't be available to us.
Yes, need I remind you, the devil lives beneath the earth. It's a blighted existence in the dust of mankind that we are obliged to. And if the good book says it ain't so, then it ain't so.
Sister Lana wants to punctuate that statement.
And how would you do that?
She has had to idly endure what was going on with Brother Samuel and his rebelliousness and disrespect at answering a simple question that was posed to him by our group. So she's not going to let this happen twice in front of her. She's going to join the group, looming over this one. And actually, she's going to stand directly behind Brother Phineas and just very, very gently put her hands on his shoulders. And then she's going to start pressing down and pressing down and pressing down, just gently crushing him into the ground. And she's going to keep applying that pressure as Brother Lark continues on the more figurative variety.
Brother Oscar, you are standing by the front door at this time, are you not?
Yep.
Yeah, Brother
Arms crossed, watching with terror by my side.
Brother August rounds the corner and is making his way towards you, and he nods.
And I kind of nod him over to the side.
Evening, brother.
Evening.
Can I help you?
Is he wearing any guns?
Yep.
Suppose you can. I heard there's a great evil in this here town.
As I told you this afternoon, there indeed is. And how does your investigation go in that matter?
Oh, I think we found it.
Do you?
Very much.
Did you speak with her?
Who?
The evil?
Stand.
As I told you, Sister
Constant.
Content.
That's
Tent. You got the wrong thing on.
No, the evil is not a she. Pulls at the bottle of whiskey. She's the evil that plagues your town. You recognize this one?
I do, yeah. I've seen my boys sometime taking drinks here and there. It's a real shame.
Shame, is it? I'm watching his eyes.
In the low light of the late afternoon with the sun just kissing the horizon, a brief flash of light from deep within the pupils reaches you.
Found the evil. And Oscar flicks off the cork and smells it. Recognize it, though. My naivete, I suppose. What is this exactly?
Fire water.
Why do they call it that?
I suppose because it sets folks' souls straight on a path towards hell.
thing. And Oscar dumps the last of it on his head.
Oh, on Brother August's head?
Yeah.
It runs down
It's
in
gonna
rivulets.
Yeah. And as he's like reacting and sputtering, Oscar pulls at his lighter and he says, I feel like they called it firewater for another reason. And he lights him ablaze.
Oh, shit.
And
Yeah,
then he kicks
man.
him in the chest.
Holy fuck. As this is all going down, one of the other farmhands inside sees what's happening and calls out, Sister Lana, Brother Lark, the farmhands all around you stand up from their game immediately and hands go to waist as they draw pistols. We are going to get into some combat here, folks.
Okay.
Everyone's playing to win here tonight. We're going to go, I think, probably 7 rounds
Oh my god.
back and forth.
Oh my god.
And we'll play through a final encounter. I'm going to be rolling extra die because I am going to be taking account for the fact that there's multiple people. And I'm going to play them in 2 hands, hand 1 and hand 2. Okay? So we'll go Harlan, me, William, me, Erica, Harlan, me, William, me, if that's okay. All right. Let's fucking do this.
How many? What do we got for dice? What are we doing for dice?
I got I mean, we're going to be rolling definitely if you have guns on you, you're going to be rolling acuity and will.
Yeah.
If you are fucking people up without guns,
That's me.
you're going to go body and either acuity or will.
No heart, no faith. My faith doesn't power me.
No. Your charm and your attractiveness have
Enduring.
nothing.
It's enduring. Long lasting. All right.
Cool. Shall we dance?
Let's dance.
Oscar,
Can
you
I
can
have
start
one
out.
more die? Because I do think I have a weapon.
If you have a gun, that's an
I don't
extra
have a gun.
dice.
I don't have a gun.
You don't have a gun. What's your
See,
weapon?
The only thing she carries with her are a sack of texts and scrolls, but also clothes and soap for clothes. That's the only 2 things I wrote down for her.
I
so
love-
she has a bar of soap and a sock, I'm assuming.
Great.
There's soap on a rope.
Sure.
Is there
You can have
really?
that shitty weapon if you want.
Thank you.
You know what else you have is that weird blade that you pulled out from the mattress.
Oh.
Oh.
If you
Yeah,
want. You could wrap
absolutely.
the sock in the like that for a handle, the bottom of it, and just shank someone.
I could.
Rock
yes.
and roll. Okay, Oscar.
Oscar is unarmed, but not unarmed. He has the glass bottle still, and he smashes it into the side of the guy's face.
Well, let's
I
roll
know, but
and
I'm just saying
whatnot.
that's my weapon.
Cool, cool,
I'm
cool.
gonna say 3 ones.
It's my turn.
Yeah,
5 ones.
5 ones.
There's
It's just
how many of us?
yeah. Who's playing this
So everyone is playing. I'm playing as 2 different players.
one?
There's
Okay.
how many
Additionally.
dice?
I have a hand of 5 and a hand of 6.
Okay, I have
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right. So are you betting back to back then?
No, I'm betting after you and after William.
Perfect.
Right. Yeah.
What's
So
the last
how,
bet?
I bet 5 ones.
5 ones.
it is with disturbing alacrity that Brother Lark stands up from the table, still smiling as if on the cards, and begins trying to unload lead from 2 pistols methodically around the table. 6 ones.
Seven ones. Lana.
So we have how many dice?
Lot of dice.
Brother Lark, how many dice do you have?
6.
I have accumulated 9 dice.
9.
Give me a second here. I gotta do some math.
I
That's
would-
12. That's 17.
I think
That's 26. That's 35. 35 dice.
6 ones and 35 dice. That's not that unlikely.
All right. We're going to do, because I'm not going to call, I'm going to say 8 twos.
I'm gonna
That's
say 5 threes.
6 threes.
7 threes.
Bluff.
7 threes. All right,
Oh.
count them up, everyone.
That's
Everyone
2, 3.
count your threes.
1.
2.
So wait.
That's
1,
6
2,
out of
3.
7.
That's both trays. Only have 1 3.
Yeah. All right.
So one of your guys is good.
So inside this common house, all around you, Sister Lana, Brother Lark, you are fucking outnumbered. There are 1, 2, 3 people playing poker, 1 guy at the door, and another guy sleeping who is being aroused. So that's 5 opponents against your 2. Sister Lana, as the man underneath you struggles to stand, as you're pressing down on his shoulders, his companion stands up and kicks you in the chest, and you go sprawling. Brother Lark, you go for your guns, and Brother what the fuck ever his name was, who you smell whiskey on, just fucking tackles you, and you guys are rolling around on the floor. The guy at the door shuts it. And outside, Brother Oscar, Brother August is beginning to burn. Let's roll again.
Oh.
Who goes first?
Let's go Lana.
8 ones.
Jesus Christ.
5 twos.
6 twos.
7 twos as I try to steal this man's gun.
8 twos.
Bluff.
I got 3.
I also have 3.
Damn it!
All right.
Guys, you get 35 dice.
We didn't have 7 fucking threes last time or whatever it was.
Outside, Brother August begins to extinguish his burning scalp
No.
on his clothes. Yeah, he's allowed to, and he does. And then Oscar, he runs around the side of the building. And you hear him call to you, "If I see your face again, it'll be the last thing you ever see. Come and find me, you dumb shit." Let's roll.
Damn, I'm bad at math.
All right,
first.
let's start with Oscar.
No, you should go first. I already
Me?
started. Yeah.
Okay. 4 ones.
And then
Lark.
5 threes.
5 fours.
eight sixes.
Well, you've put me in a difficult situation now, Lana.
That's okay. That's okay.
Because either I need to go for a 9 or call your bluff. And
Go
we're on the
for
same team.
Go for 9.
9 6s.
Bluff.
Well, what else
No.
can we do?
Okay, don't worry. I have 2.
I have 1.
I have 3.
I also have 2.
How many is that?
How many is that?
That's 8 out of 9.
Erica.
This ladder's die is flawed when it gets to moments like this. It doesn't work as well. But
Because I should be going in between each of you, probably, right?
Also, there's a few
I don't think
problems
we've
that I'm
gotten
seeing,
that
guys.
far along.
Okay, back inside of the hut. Sister Lana, you are sprawled across the floor. What do you do?
I'd stand up is the only thing I'm focusing on doing.
The man across from you puts his dukes up. He looks pretty friggin' big.
Does he load them like Henry Cavill?
He does.
Oh, I love that part.
And he takes a few steps towards you. He's ready to fucking knock your block off. How do you respond?
How far am I from the door?
You're about 10 feet. It's not a big place.
Okay, well, I'm heading towards the door. So
Okay, there's a man standing in front of the door.
Oh, that's fine.
Cool. So you try to make your way towards the door.
Yes.
This man approaches you from behind and he just punches you in the back of the head and you see stars for a
Yes,
second.
momentum moving forward.
Brother Lark, brother, what's his name, is on top of you and the two of you are rolling around in these sweaty rags that are people's beds, exchanging blows. Yeah. He gets on top of you and he puts his hands around your neck and he starts to squeeze.
Watch the face! Watch the face!
Let's roll.
Okay,
yes.
Strategy.
Yes, he does that exactly.
Okay, what is the order that we're following?
It goes Harlan, me, William, me, you, Harlan.
This is
so literally everything I do is just to ruin Harlan's day.
So should I go in between the two of you?
Yeah,
I think so.
You should create a new person.
Excellent.
But not roll more die.
Okay, I'll go 3 times, and y'all go
that
3
makes
times.
more sense.
In
Who wants to start?
Additionally, and we don't have to do it, but the other big thing is you should only be able to say bluff on your turn. That's the only thing that makes sense. But that solves it going forward anyway.
Excellent.
We don't have to do it this time.
Okay.
All right, I'll go. 3 1s.
4 1s.
7 3s. Now it's back to Joe, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. 8 3s. What animal was that?
It's the wounded Erica. Because her head hurts from trying to do arithmetic. So, may I confer with my teammates?
You may. Should I pull my headphone out?
No, you can't confer with your teammate.
Yeah,
that's
confer with
pretty-
teammates.
That's pretty
Damn it.
illegal.
Damn it.
Wait, yes you can. What am I saying?
Can you?
Yeah, we're
Of course.
teammates.
You're playing all the enemies. Why can't we play all the good guys?
That's right, because I can see 2 hands.
Exactly.
All right.
Wow,
hold
that
on.
makes
You
so
can,
much
you can,
sense.
you can listen.
That's the flaw. I just realized. Holy fuck.
She's got twice as many
You
hands.
guys need to be able to talk.
No, I just realized the major issue with this. You have 9 dice.
I
You're
have 9
holding the
dice.
vast majority of dice. You should only be rolling equal amounts of each of us because you're basically
I also have 9 dice.
monopolizing.
I have 9
I got lots of guys.
Oh, you have 9, but you have 9 dice?
She has 11 dice.
Both of you?
No.
I've got
11.
11.
Yeah. So I only have 6 die. So no matter what, you have a strong advantage. So the only way this equals out is that if you're rolling that many, we should all get to be able to see each other's die, which is no longer liar's die. So you either need to half your hand.
What you're saying is this whole premise is flawed.
Correct. Well, that's why we've lost every round, because you're looking at like 30,
Yes,
like
it's with a
40% of all die on the table.
Yes.
You're looking at all the cards in the deck, or most of the cards in the deck, and then making a conclusion.
We're just making this
I
up as we go
feel
along,
I feel
guys.
confident about our odds, brother Oscar.
Well,
I can hear Harlan, but I can't
technically-
hear anyone else.
I feel like 8
You can't hear anyone
threes.
else.
I can hear you, but I can't hear anyone else because I
Yeah.
pulled my
Yeah.
headphone out.
How are
So you
we?
guys can
How
talk,
are we
guys.
feeling about?
Oh, I see.
I'm feeling fairly confident about calling a bluff on this one because
Mhm.
I'm looking at my 9 dice and I ain't seeing a lot of support for 8
I forgot
threes.
what the bet was.
I said
8
8
threes.
threes.
I 100% agree with what Erica's saying, and I'm probably exactly the same as Erica.
How you feeling, brother Lark?
As long as my small pile of threes
Thank you, Ren.
won't
How
influence.
many is your small pile?
I believe if I disclose that exactly, it would be against the spirit of our game.
I don't think it is. She's got 11 die. Like,
I've got a whopping 9 by myself, brother.
Oh, fair
Oscar.
enough.
So I feel very confident that I won't be the deciding factor in this.
no, me as
Brother
well. I'm
Oscar,
confident. Call it.
Brother
I say
Lark.
call it. You can put
I
your head
say
back
call it as well.
All
Next
right.
on the
Calling my
card.
bluff for
Yeah.
8
Calling it
threes?
up.
in. 8 threes.
Price is
I
right,
got-
price is
I have 2.
I have
2.
3.
I have 0.
That's it?
Yeah!
All right.
Yeah.
The dogs win this one.
Fucking finally.
Lana and Lark, how do you gain the upper hand to a slight degree? Lark, there's a man sitting on your chest with his hands around your throat, squeezing.
With one hand, I drop the pistol I was holding, show that I'm not a threat. His hands dart up there. With the other, I grab the dagger out of my boot and open it up, stomach to stern.
Ooh, his guts spill all over you as you sit underneath this man who is thrashing now in pain and agony. He screams out. Lana, you are just clubbed in the back of the head, and there's a man in front of you barring your exit. What do you do?
As I said, anything that helps me on this is just momentum moving forward. So if I can somehow use that to hit a nice headbutt as I land directly onto this door guard,
Yep.
that would help.
Yeah. You sort of like launch yourself, arms flailing, and almost accidentally headbutt the man who is barring your way from leaving. Oscar, outside, you are taunted by Brother August, who has hidden himself somewhere from you.
But you see Oscar is at the side and he's got his hat off. And he like holds it out to the side
Yeah.
with like a stick.
With a stick. That's amazing. You feel the shot before you hear it. It is so loud, and your hat is blown to pieces, as is the stick. And then you hear Brother August go, fuck, and the sounds of reloading
Yeah, and
around the
Oscar
corner of
runs
the
at him.
building.
Oscar runs as fast as he can towards him.
Excellent. Let's roll again, folks.
Good, we know the strategy now. It's just
This is
winning.
intense. I love this.
I hate that I'm a wild card to
I love it.
I just want to just to really emphasize this. Somebody wrote in the chat, I love that I don't know what's going to happen on Sister Lana's turn, and she doesn't either. That is the most true, real thing. Like, I resonated with me. Thank you.
So true. So true.
Amazing. I still have
Excellent. I'm going to go first. 1-1.
Who's following that up, mate?
You are.
Oh. 5 twos.
6
Okay.
twos. Do you guys want to confer?
I want to confer, yes.
Yeah.
Strategy time. Is
Yeah.
it better to force Joe to call our bluff or to wait to call hers?
I have something that I think might be able to force her bluff. How many 6s do y'all have in the neighborhood of good or not good?
not
You'll
good.
have to say the number, and I'll say yes or no.
Okay. 3,
No.
2.
Yes.
Right. Beautiful.
Out of curiosity, on the other side, what about 5s?
Very slim. In fact, slim down to none.
Same.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Get her on 5s, and we've got ourselves a deal.
Okay, we'll see. Brother Lark, lead us forward on yours, and then we'll see what we can do.
All right, we're good.
So I said, what was it? 6 twos?
Don't remember. Yeah, 6
6
twos. Whose turn was it?
Who does
That
pass
puts
to?
Lana up.
Lana.
Fuck, did we discuss the 2s? I feel like we're okay. I'm gonna say 1 3.
I'm going to say 8 threes.
I'm gonna call your bluff.
Ooh, William.
I hope
2
it
threes.
didn't pay in blood.
I got 4 threes.
You said 8?
Harlan, do you have a 3 by chance?
1 3.
I have no 3s.
Oh, Eric, you have 2?
I have 2.
That puts us at 7. Oh. Shit.
We won, right? We won?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys get. All right.
I was about to be dangerously excited for
I
losing.
do want to say though, before we move on, I had 5 6s too.
Whoa.
Holy fuck.
That's a good roll. Oscar's running down the darkness towards August. Hat blown to pieces.
Yeah, you see August. He's crouched behind a barrel on the side of this house, and he's jamming a cartridge into this revolver that he has.
Yeah. And I kicked the barrel right into him.
Oh shit. Yeah, he goes flying. He lands on his back and his gun skids away into the mud. It's about a foot away from his hand. He looks up at you. His teeth are sharp, like a dog's teeth. And he hisses. And you see his eyes are reflecting all of this moonlight or all of this sunlight up into your face. He looks possessed. Inside, Lana, you land on top of the man who was barring your way from exiting. But you hear heavy footsteps behind you of this Henry Cavill motherfucker ready to lay into you. What do you do?
If I'm already on the ground, I've already managed to headbutt, having been knocked to the head as well.
Yes.
I'm still carrying forward with the momentum. That little blade that I had from Brother August's donation pile,
Yep.
I would like to just at least reach up to get it and then just very politely stick it underneath this doorman's jaw. We're both on the ground, so it's just a nice little level, like Brother Oscar did with his cousin, only with a
So
knife
polite.
through his neck.
Yes. Great. He violently starts shaking his head from side to side as if to try to dislodge it, and then your knife hits something vital deep in the brainstem, and he goes rigid. Blood spraying gently over your dress. Brother Lark.
To your service, O Lord God, I commit the soul of Brother Thaddeus. May on his next time round the mortal wheel, he serve you better.
And the body topples off of you.
Now I'm the one man I've gutted, Brother Thinius, and then Brother Thaddeus I am shooting.
Excellent. You draw your pistol and fire, and a hole the size of a cantaloupe blooms in the man's torso. Dripping
Rest in peace, brother.
blood,
Rest in
he
peace.
falls to his knees, and then flat on his face. The man who was waking up from all of this commotion just tries to pretend to go back to sleep for a second before he realizes that that's probably no good, and then stands up to join the only other person in the room, the one who's
Awake, you
on top
who
of Sister
sleep.
Lana.
Rise from the dead. Christ will give you life.
Final round. Let's do this.
Oh, I don't like the tension in this. That's okay. Okay.
Gotta put all my many dice in order.
Aren't you a bunch of your guys dead though?
Yeah, most of them.
Wait, do you still get to use them?
But you're still rolling 11 die?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Well, I don't...
Wait.
We wouldn't get to... Like, if you rolled less die, we wouldn't have to discuss.
You want me to take a couple die out?
Well, yeah, to me, it's more fun when we can't discuss. And the only way that makes sense is if you don't have 30% of all the die on the table.
Cool. Let me round down a couples.
If you bring it to the 6 area, how many do you have,
Let's
Erica?
do 7.
I have 9.
Oh, okay. So how do I have so few?
Because you don't have any guns, honey.
Oh, right. That's right.
I have a sock.
All right.
And a knife thing. All right. I'm re-rolling.
I'm re-rolling.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I haven't gone first in a while. I'm going to say 4 2s.
5 2s.
7 2s.
Remember, there are less dice in play now, too.
Bluff.
Let's count them up.
7 2s.
I got 3.
I got 2.
That's 5. Oscar.
I have 1.
6. Joe, do you have even 1? Lucky 2.
I have 2.
Yes!
All right, dogs, take it home. What happens?
Oscar's holding August down in the moonlight or the sunlight. Whatever.
Yeah, he's thrashing around in the mud, and he starts snapping up at you with these sharp teeth, almost like he's trying to take a bite out of your face.
And I grab the bottle out of my bag, but it falls out of my hand in the scuffle, and it's just out of reach as I'm trying to hold him down. And there in the darkness, terror comes up, and I say, "Come on, boy." And he picks up the bottle in his hand and brings it to me as I smash it on the ground and stab August through the neck with the bottle.
Oh.
And I drag it back and forth enough times until pieces of glass start cutting up my hand and cutting up his neck as the light in his eyes flashes, and dies.
Yes, yes. Lana and Lark inside of this dark house. What happens?
The first thing Sister Lana does as she stands is in a one smooth motion, the sock with the soap swings behind her, stretches to get this Henry Cavill kind of guy directly in the face, just against the temple, that bewildering feeling, crushing just slightly into his head. Enough
Definitely.
To
Yeah, you
happened.
break his cheekbone and he winces and his head just knocks like he took a big hit, but he's still coming on. You are on the ground. What do you do?
I want his ankles.
Yes. You kick out with your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You kick out at his ankles as he approaches you and you knock him off balance. He falls heavily to the floor. Meanwhile, Brother Lark.
Holy justice is coming today. Brother Lark begins systematically, 2 guns in hand, just shooting out the rest of this place.
Yep.
I like to imagine that as Mr. Henry Cavill rises to his feet, tries to pounce on Sister Lena, he stops suddenly, riddles chest bleeding in several blood red roses through his cotton shirt, and collapses. And in the back, once I hope all falls silent.
Absolutely.
Lord, we purify this town in your name and commit these souls to your good grace. Amen.
Oscar, you hear the commotion from inside, many, many gunshots. And as the last of Brother August's breath and blood burble out in the mud behind this house, what do you do?
I stand up. Has his face changed back, or?
No. The sharpened teeth remain, and the eyes have only changed in that they're glassy in death.
Then I look to Terra, who's wagging happily. I say, have at it, boy. And I pull the severed head up, and I walk back towards the house. I open the door with the severed head of August, enter in, and put it down on the ground so they can see. Demon.
I know if you got him, Brother Oscar. It looks still might be wriggling to me.
Don't worry, Terra's got the rest of them outside.
That's
Say that was a job well done for us.
Out of curiosity, Brother Thaddeus, he's dead, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they all did.
I'm very happy to realize that really nobody does escape the shit list.
Damn straight.
Dogs, your judgment having been enacted, you spend your night in town here. You are given lodgings, a hot meal, and praise. Although some people are sad to have seen the bloodshed, others are grateful for your work,
Brother
for
Lark.
your light.
Brother Lark sits outside our lodgings the whole night and does not sleep.
In the
Oscar
morning,
sleeps soundly, cuddling little Terra in his arms.
who's got a bloody little mustache on his little face.
He's a good boy.
Yeah. In the morning, the town gathers to see you off. Your horses' manes are braided. Women are waving handkerchiefs at you, and you ride out of town. And as you ride past Brother Theophilus's cabin on the hill, Sister Content is standing there on the step, a gnarled hand holding to the side of the doorframe for support, and she nods at each of you. Seems like she's maybe regained some of her wits. As you ride off into the morning light, the warmth of the sun on your backs, the ground begins to thaw. And that's our game. Good job, guys.
Great job.
Well done.
I love that most people probably solve this game in like a somewhat conservative manner, right? Where they're kind of like, oh, well, we'll spare the innocent, maybe exorcise the demon, and we just go fucking full Tarantino.
Just kill them all.
on
Why not?
everybody. So much violence.
This
so
is your
much
first
gore.
fucking town that you've ever been
I
to,
love
and you're
it.
like, this is what we do, right? Right?
The
As far
right
as Sisters
hand
Lana
of
is
God.
concerned, everyone who was innocent was spared.
Yes.
true.
That's right.
I feel good about it. No
Well done,
regrets.
folks.
And without
Good
some
job.
bold action, we'll never have a reputation like Brother Vance.
True enough. True
It's
enough.
true. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Huge thank you, as always, to our good friend William and our good friend Erica. Yeah. Wow. What fun. Thank you so much, Joe. Great job,
Of
Jim.
course. Thank you all for playing and for rolling with our rule set on the fly as
liked
need
it.
be.
Yeah,
It
I
was
really
fun,
liked it.
yeah.
I liked
It
having
was
a
good.
game as the rule set. I feel like that's something we got to start
Game
doing more.
within a game.
Yeah.
I like
I
that
genuinely
you've,
do enjoy it.
in the process of trying to play Dogs in the Vineyard, you've come up with your own RPG.
Basically, yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
It's augmented and
I
yeah.
like it. We should do like a Wild West campaign.
Remix.
Yeah.
It's great because the worse you are at math, the more intense it becomes. And you really get to choose your own like thrill.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is it from us, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friends. We'll see you probably next Wednesday for some Resident Evil streaming. But until that, we'll be off for a few weeks, and then I'm sure we'll be back in June with some more highfalutin action, bringing all of our best friends back. So that is it from us. As my good friend William always likes to say,
Never trust a man who wears two guns and smiles.
good night, everyone.
That's still good advice.